Hello there friends, Steve here. Yes, how do you begin? How do I begin? Really, I've thought a lot and I've observed a lot. Observed the situation, people's reactions and actions. And I notice an air of remorse and regret and general pessimism amongst certain, quite a lot of people really, online and offline. And there's a lot of reasons to be down about life, and a lot of reasons to be suspicious that things are not going to turn out right, because mostly they don't. These days, people are less and less likely to keep their word. If somebody makes out a date, a time and a place, it's likely that that time will be postponed an hour or two. Over the mobile phone, people will phone up, I'm just going to be a half an hour late. As if as if just telling somebody makes it okay, sort of thing. But everybody does it and everybody accepts it, and so we all seem to be ending up living somewhere else while we're here. Always trying to deal with situations that are not here, And we can do that in the mind, and we can do that with the technology that we've got, and it's good. But at the same time, there is a danger that we forget the here and the now. I've started this channel for many little reasons, but the main reason was because I wanted to share ideas. I wanted to express feelings so others could relate. And I knew for myself, after being in the music industry for quite a long time, at least on the edge of it, trying to get into it in a way, but avoiding, all this contracts and things and binds, Musical freedom can be put really under pressure. Any artistic creativity can be put under pressure with contracts and promises and things. And over time I just thought that the music industry must change its ways, must change its objectives. And I noticed on television, mainstream TV, on the television set, and on internet videos, popular channels and broadcasts, and I noticed that people are kind of not really themselves, They're putting another persona out. They're showing us another side, the best side. Which I suppose is okay. We all want to show our best side when we're out. But when we're inside our homes, in private, in our personal space, watching a television show, where we're seeing all kinds of excuse me for sniffing, fantasy. We're seeing fantasy and things. We're seeing a lot of mix, we see the news, which is supposed to be real, then we're seeing soap operas, which are supposed to be based off real life, then we're seeing romance films and things which are part fantasy, non-fiction, then we look at documentaries. And we watch the most hideous things on the screen, people being chopped to pieces in horror movies, and we laugh and look and we enjoy all the craziness. But it kind of taints our world, because even though we're subjected to so many different variations of human attributes. You know, so many sides of what human potential is. We don't see the deepest sides. You know, just watch any popular or half popular video, yeah, television, or anything like that, and you'll see that persons are always talking about other people. Very rarely talk about themselves. You know, you get people who talk about themselves in a different way, but not their inner feelings, not the fears, not the shadow sides, not the weaknesses, not the desires, and not the embarrassments. And I think, in a way, for myself, I think I was maybe born with a high degree of self-awareness. You know, like my camera was turned inwards on me when I was born. And I remember going to a disco and thinking, you know, how can I dance? I'm so self-aware. Look at all these people just being in rhythm with life, enjoying life, absorbing being together and being in the beat. You know, but why can't I dance? You know, why can't I get the rhythm? Because I'm observing myself and not the beat. I learned that later. I still find it hard to dance. But that self-awareness has made me look so much at myself and my dark sides especially, and the programming, the things that the society has programmed me with, you know, school, television, education, indoctrination. I see it on within me, having an effect in each different situation that I confront. You know, maybe I go to another country and it's a sudden surprise and it has an effect on you, and that effect is a supernatural effect. It's an effect which is reflecting your programming, my programming in that case. And so to break apart that programming, it's not just about like one man or one human being in a state of trauma. This trauma is not an individual trauma, it's something that's come from somewhere. And so you could only really make the assumption that everybody who's gone through a school system, that's been raised in this society, that's learnt these languages, that's watched these TV shows, that we're all have the same like programming, system programming. Of course, we all react differently to that programming, so it becomes complicated to quantify, becomes difficult to diagnose how it's affecting each one of us. And so, you know, I take the risk really on this channel, in all of my work, to turn the world inside out, to risk thinking that, okay, I've got this little embarrassing taboo thought that I would never tell anybody, because it could be used against me maybe. And I would take that thought and think, what if everybody thought that, but nobody dared say it? You know, can I say what nobody dare say, even on TV? And we watch comedians, stand-up comedy, and people telling jokes, and the audience laugh in recognition of a truth. The court of humour. You know, the point where, especially jokes about men and women and relationships, it's one of the biggest comedy themes, strangely enough, and I think that's because of our inability to address it without arguing, maybe, without being aggressive, without taking it personally. So the jokes are made, and you know, we laugh, and we think that you know, laughter is the best medicine and things. But who are we laughing about, and what is the hidden the kind of subliminal thread underlying the joke, you know. We could make jokes about, you know, the Jews, black man, Irish Englishman and Scotsman. You know, the list goes on. Ginger people, you know, you can make jokes about anything, and it's always at the cost of somebody. And so jokes, you know, I don't want to say jokes are wrong. I just say that there's a side to a joke that isn't funny, that is a wisdom that should be taken on board and should be heeded, and like, you know, I shouldn't be the joke of this joke. I shouldn't be the punchline of this joke. Neither should you. Neither should anybody who's apparently discriminated. We should all laugh knowing that it's actually stupid to even think like that. You know, it's a stupid prejudice. We are being stupid for laughing, but we know we are stupid, kind of thing, you know. Humans, we are stupid. We're not just stupid, but we do foolish things, and if we don't learn to laugh over our mistakes and each other's mistakes, then we all go like down in the mouth. And mistakes can give rise to the most amazing ideas or the most amazing situations. So really manoeuvring through life, you know, going through life, for me it's a self-deterministic thing. It's like I have to decide how I see the world and what it does to me, not what it does to us, because I can only really sense me and observe us. But I know how it's making me feel inside, and then I try and share that. I don't have a think tank of people telling me what to say on videos. I don't have a team of people doing my costume. I don't know now if my makeup, you know, if I look any good. It's and so each time I have to decide, where do I take my cues for where to take things, where to go, where to move things, what to intend. In such a remorseful society of pessimism, it's almost looking backwards constantly, and that's not easy. To move a society forward that's taking its cues only from the past. But I know what, when I subject myself to certain things, I learn a lot. I learn about the laws of that thing. But it's an immense pressure. There's a message to everybody, really, to you. To come, you know, to make sure that you come back to yourself each time that you decide to wander off. You know, to come back to yourself, to get rebalanced, to breathe in and stop and breathe out and stop and work out what it is that what work you enjoy doing, what work you love to do. And imagine the people who enjoy a similar kind of work, or a work that can tie in with your work, or a life that can tie in with your life, you know. There's a lot of details, and sometimes we get lost in the details. I present a lot of details on my channel, and really it's all got a common theme, really. It's all got the theme of spirit and love and coexistence. You know, how your spirit is in the things that you do. For me, love is the most complicated energy, word, force, whatever you would call it, love. And there's a lot of music, a lot of pop songs singing about love. And we get this impression it's an emotion. It's an emotion between, say, man and woman, or lovers. Love. And I think in a fractal universe where, you know, micro and macro become the same, you know, we live on many, many levels, layers, like layers of an onion, and you would expect to find love at each layer, like a rainbow of different light and a sound of different octaves. The waves on the beach, the stars in the sky, everything has a cosmic harmony, a glory to it. And consciousness and love that we feel, or you feel, I feel, as individuals, that we can't see on the outside. We can't see love. We can feel it. And it's a law, you know it's a law. It's just we misunderstand the word law. Because love is it's a part of a judgment, I think. Maybe a judgment I make on myself. You know, I used to be at war with this system. Maybe I still am. At war with the morals, the fake morals of society. At war with the education system. At war with the health system and the military industrial complex, and especially mainstream television and media. I'm at war on bad ideas. But there's this saying, you know, all's fair in love and war. And as I started to understand what kind of war we're waging, I began to look at love. Being equal to war. All's fair in love and war. But the moment I started waging love on the world, I defeated myself. Thanks for watching. See you later.